everybody. I'm actually down here south of Darwin. The name of the area starts with a Z. It was a very large name. I don't know what it was, but I ran across this place. Brand new. Not open yet. Because it's opening, well, it actually does say it's open January 23rd, but it's currently, the door is locked. So either they don't open at whatever time of the day. I'm going to call this phone number and check out later and add to the video. Here, let me give a slow shot at this one. If you're shipping stuff here and you need to ship it ahead of yourself and get it in a storage facility, here's a place. There is a couple places in Valencia that I sent my stuff, which I did a video. Actually, he didn't want me to make a video of there. And another smaller one that's back up this way, which is what I was down here looking for. I wanted to speak to the owner about something. He rents bikes, and it's actually, out of all the bike rentals I've seen, the one down this way, and I forget the name. And I'll attach a short video to this video if I find the place, because I missed it. And I'm turning around here, and I just happened to see this. But traffic is really light out here. You're out in the province here, basically. I don't know how much is that down that way. I have not been down that way. This is the national road. You take this road that way, and you will end up in Dumaguete right at Robinson's Mall. But that's pretty much it for here. Storage facility in the Philippines. In the area nearby, I would say this is a good 15 miles from Dumaguete, maybe even 20. Because in Bacong, I think we are 10 miles from Dumaguete, and I think I'm 10 miles south of there. I don't know, I didn't measure. Oh, and this is just a sign for something else. And I came down to the brake lights on this weren't turning off, so I did a modification, or had an adjustment done at the Rusi down in Darwin, and decided to come look for this guy. I have made another modification for it, air vent, which I'm still working on the doors for that. I've added 2 more lights to the top, which, by the way, in the Philippines, you are required to add additional lights are supposed to be wired to high beams only. That being said, it doesn't mean that it's written in stone. It's just a possibility. When you get stopped, you may get harassed. I just got the baby crib back from the guy. That's part of the reason I came down to Darwin. There's a woodworking shop that I'm liking his prices for stuff. It cost me 1,000 pesos to have this, which is 20 bucks, less than 20 bucks, to have this reassembled and properly put together. I had lost the original screws that came with it, but it was also very, very loose and rickety. He glued it. It's a permanent thing now, but it's good and solid. And this sucker, believe it or not, is in the neighborhood of 100 years or more old. Doesn't quite look it. It kind of looks like it's from the 50s, but it's further back than that. Those screws are not the original screws. Been working on this, trying to source where I can get parts for converting the front end over to 2 wheels, so that I can then remove this entire front piece, this seat, put 2 chairs here and over there, make a hood that goes out over it and some trunk space, and make this into like a little old British roadster. And it'll be one that I can resource parts for here. That's what I'm working on, getting a front suspension off an ATV or a side-by-side ATV, which they do sell here. Fortunately not around here. I gotta go to Cebu or Manila for that. And one thing that is convenient though, I do already have to go to Manila, as it seems, to get the paperwork done for Victor to get his citizenship, so that I can then get the extra money from the government, so I won't be so damn broke. Because it goes up, your Social Security supposedly goes up by 50% if you have a dependent child or children. It does not go up 50% more for a second child. It is because you have children, period. And I don't know if they actually would be okay to use Tricia for that. Hello? Maybe I'll offer her a ride. I'm going pretty far. It's hot out here. Not too bad today, though. I don't know if I could have used Tricia for the Social Security, but because I think I'd have to legally adopt her to do that. but I know I can use Vincent. Vincent already gets citizenship. You have a child outside of America, you have to have lived in America prior to the child being born, which means actually technically Vincent, if gets citizenship, but if he never goes to America, has babies here, they will not get citizenship. He has to go, even for a day. He has to have lived in America. I don't know if it's a day, probably more than a day. I've actually suggested to Helen that what he should look for is to just enlist in the military. They go to apparently you can go to a U.S. embassy here, and I don't know this for a fact. I will put out more information about this when I find it out. Go to a U.S. embassy if you're an American citizen and are within the age limits for joining the military. Go to the nearest embassy, tell them that's what you want to do. They will contact the military. The military will take you there, and there you go. You're in America at basic training right off the gate, and you're getting paid right away. So if you have a wife and a couple kids, and the kids, you don't have the money to send them back to the U.S., don't sweat it. They can still enlist in the military. They can get themselves back there without any money, or without much money. They don't even have to buy a ticket. They will be transported by the military. And I will check into that and make sure that is correct, because I don't know. Well, if I could have changed the selfie mode, I would have, but I literally have to turn the camera like this to do it. This phone will not let me switch. It's been annoying since the day I got it. At any rate, that's it for now. Just a quick thing about storage. And it's a pretty good size. All the other storage places I've seen are small. This is big. All right. Well.